So while we were kind of experimenting with some things, I added players that I could realistically get in my lineup, and I added players to these teams that they would have taken based on mock drafts that were done in the various rounds. And this happened. Played a lot better. And there was a playoff. But more excitingly, there was a no-hitter that I did record from like the 6th inning on once it became pretty realistic. Might have been this one here. No, it wasn't. Let's see, where was it? Was it right off the bat? No. I think he struck out 17 in that one. Scooble. It was a Scooble no-hitter. This one? Nope. 16 strikeouts in that one, so he's at 33. Might have been this. No, it wasn't that one. Might have been. No, it wasn't that one. Where was it? Is it this one? Yes, this is the one. I think there was an error in this one too, or a hit by pitch. Maybe not. No hit by pitch. Yeah, just one walk. It was almost a perfect game. Struck out 13. Like I say, I got recording of it from the 6th inning on. I'm just not showing it because it's got my secret plan. I added Freeman, and I added Brad Keller and Daniel Lynch, 3 guys that I had on my team last year as taxi squad guys. So I added them, and I forget who went. I think a lot of these teams, a couple of them had like prospects and stuff like that. But anyway, the playoffs. I didn't even play the playoffs. I played one game, and it wouldn't let me add Langoliers back to the lineup, even though he was coming back. So I had to activate Sam Huff, of all people, our old friend Sam Huff, and he started a lot of the games. So after the first game, I just decided to let the computer simulate it all. So this is my version of the lineup. And then this is the computer's version. It's got Perdomo, Freeman, Donovan 3rd, Paz 4th. Move Lowe up to 5th, McKinstry, Kepler, Hayes, and Huff. I won the first 2, got blown out in the second 2, and won game 5 and 6. So once we do our draft, which is coming up in about a month, I'll start playing. I'll have another round to another go through. There was some exciting finishes too. Let's see here. There's a couple walk-offs. So this one here. No, not a walk-off. Who was the 8th inning hero? Andy Paz homered. And then there was a walk-off in game 6. Donovan doubled. Perdomo tripled to lead off the inning. Tyler Freeman struck out, which would have made me mental. Yeah, so that's who I added. There's a pretty realistic chance that I get Freeman. Or another clutch guy. Doesn't seem like there's like 4 or 5 of them that probably won't be drafted. I pick 31st overall. So like 11th in the second round. And according to what guys are predicting to go where, they should all be available. Freeman's got a good card, except his defense is terrible. It's not terrible. I mean, it's got some D range isn't great, but Air 85 is good, and -2, and he does play second and third too if you need him to. But he's got like 190 numbers right, 192 or 196, and then 177 I think left. No power at all, but good speed, and clutch is. He probably should have been more of a A1B kind of guy. But he did walk a fair bit too, so. And for some reason, that makes my team go. Played, tried some other guys out. I didn't record any of this, by the way, but I tried some other guys out and didn't really mesh with my lineup. But somehow Tyler Freeman makes my team a decent team. And, yeah. So what I discovered too is I need another catcher. I don't want to spend, but we have a rule that on our taxi squad, the player has to have a card that isn't limited in any way for at bats. So that's a lot of catchers off the table. There's only 8 or 10 shitty kind of catchers who would be available in the. At all. Like after everybody's picked, 800 players are gone. That would still be on the board. But I do need a third catcher because Legler's gets hurt a fair amount. You see, so and Del Castillo is no good against lefties at all. But I still need like a third catcher to be able to, because he can't play every day. Wow. Langoliers possibly misses 20 games. So there's that. I've got to get another bat to kind of fit in my lineup and lengthen it a little bit. Multiple bats if possible. Oddly enough, Brad Keller wasn't spectacular for me in the bullpen. It was okay. I'll dig around for better options. I've been looking at a lot of things. Lynch was okay. But basically it's just another Kershaw with less innings and more deeps. So, yeah, I'll have to. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to get a stud closer or a big bat. There's another poll. There's a poll in our WhatsApp. There's 20 teams in the league, and 14 or 15 of them are trying to make it to the playoffs. So it's going to be one. It's going to be a year where you have to grind it out, and it doesn't bode well for me early on in the year because a lot of teams will be playing their lineup, which smokes lefties and has 40 at bats against left and has a 384 on base, 300 numbers. So by the time the All-Star break rolls around, those cards will be used up. But by then, if I'm already like 15 games off the pace or 10 games off the pace, it's going to be hard to make it up. There's two options, really. You just kind of grind it out and hope for the best, or blow it up. Now you blow it up and then trade these guys that come around once every so often. And what you get back has to hit. If it doesn't hit, then you in the garbage pile for another 10 years. Like, I made this out of basically a team that was in the garbage pile after a failed run. But it was in a lot worse shape than I am now. I didn't have the assets to deal away to get the big name players. So I've kind of cobbled this together from, castaways and bit parts and this and that. I've done pretty well, I think, with what I was working with. But I haven't really built a real super strong team. Kind of just been lingering on the periphery. I think the only way to get it to be super strong is to completely blow it up. I just don't want to go through that again. Anyway, enough of me muttering. There was games being played. I didn't want to record them and put them out there. And then risk not being able to get a few of the guys that I wanted to get. So once we've had our draft, I'll throw this up. You'll see it, and you'll see the Scooble near perfect game, or the last 4 or 5 innings of it. So I did record it. Anyway, and then we'll have my finalized lineup. I'll have a better look at things, and we can go from there. The season rapidly approaching.